Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. We are back. It's working. Everything's working again. We're finally back, ready to go. It is Roadcraft time at last. It's been a while. I decided to start this one earlier than I usually start just because, hey, I want to sit down. I want to play a bunch of Roadcraft tonight. It's been a while since we've actually been able to do that here on stream, and I am so excited to jump in and get going. So, without further ado, we can go ahead and let the stream commence. That's right, everybody. It is officially time to get going with Roadcraft. So, in the blunders of dealing with the network issues, I have finished the road line. I did have to tear this down while this section of the road while we were trying to diagnose the issues with the internet. It kind of interrupted that stream there, but hey, we got that done, so that's just a little follow-up of what we're doing. If there's any interest in actually seeing this part done through all the fits I was having with the network, I can turn those VODs back on if you guys have any interest in actually seeing that job done. But it's not, I wouldn't really say it's, the best quality, just because while I was working on that, I was trying to diagnose issues with the network and all kinds of other things. So what we need to do now is explore the area by the riverside. So in order to do that, we need to go ahead and get our trucks refueled. So we're going to take the Conlo Stranic and go ahead and get our two vehicles refueled. We do need to get a little bit of fuel in the dozer because it is completely out. And then we need to refuel the Scout so that we can head over there and start exploring. So and it has been a frustrating month trying to deal with all this stuff that I've been dealing with. But hey, we're back, and I am more excited than ever to get the content flowing again for you guys. Let's refuel just a little bit. Nah, we'll just top it off. We don't need that much for the Scout. Go ahead. Jump in here. And then we just need to go ahead and get the Scout refueled. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and get the Scout refueled. Go ahead and shut this off. Alright, we are officially in business to start getting some more work done on Sojourn. So the first thing we need to do is, these waypoints are all the way up at the north, so we're going to follow our road up to the path that is going to take us up in that direction and see if we can find the waypoints that we are looking for. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I am just glad to be able to stream again, and I was able to get a video out yesterday, so I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Those are going to start coming out a lot more regularly and a lot more quickly as I head into next week. I do have a couple of videos planned for this weekend, but that's about all I have right now. I'm going to make a community post at the conclusion of stream today with all that information that you guys have been eagerly anticipating. And we're gonna be rolling again. Content is gonna be flowing. It's gonna be a good time. Fun times ahead. Because I had big plans for this year, right? We roll into 2026. Had all this momentum. We had the 10-year celebration of my first video upload and hitting 500 subscribers, which was amazing. It was incredible. And then we get like a week or two into January, and everything just collapsed on me. So, if we didn't have any technical difficulties, where would we be at anyway? I have no idea. But hey, we're here. We're hitting these research points here. We do have a bunch of slabs here. I don't know if those are usable slabs or not. Are they usable slabs? They're not usable slabs. Okay. That's a little disappointing, but that's okay. So we have one more point that's like way up over here. I'm guessing if we take this path, it might get us over there. Kind of off in that direction. We do have another crater here that we're going to have to navigate around. We have a nice little junkyard here, tons of scrap metal. So that is good to know. Okay, we have railroad tracks here. Where are you at? Is there a... Yeah, there is a path. Kind of goes up the railroad tracks there. I think that's kind of... This is all down at the beach. Can't really do nothing with that, so... Let's go ahead and get across the sand dune and the railroad tracks. And let's go ahead and head up the road so we can get to this next waypoint. Sand is very deep here. It's very, very slow going right now. What's that? I see main road. There we go. Where does this go? Does this actually go all the way around? No. It kind of goes into the crater. Is where that goes. Okay, so that's not where we gotta go, but we can go this way. So we got a road request. That is an interesting road request. That is a very interesting road request. I'm actually very curious about that. But, for now, let's head on over to our discovery point. We'll worry about road request a little later. Alright, Kelly, let's get some more information. Let's see what we're doing next.
Good job. We're making some progress with the gas holders. Can't say the same about these other requests, though. I'll just tell you about the two most important ones. One is to restart the steel beams facility, which isn't too involved. Just restore its power by bringing a backup transformer to the nearest power substation. Then build a road to the facility's loading area. The other request is to plan a route from the nearest tunnel to the Riverside gas holder, so that our convoy can get there and start the job. I know it's not too exciting, but it has to be done. So, thank you in advance.
Okay, thank you very much, Kelly. Alright, so there's the tunnel. And there is the... Oh, we have river base now. We have a new garage, which is fantastic. We're going to need to go ahead and activate this quarry. We do not have enough tokens to actually activate this quarry, though. So that is very interesting. So we're going to have to get... There's an object down there we're going to have to grab, and then we got to build the road, which we can't use the sand quarry for, which is a little on the frustrating side, but let's take a look at what else there is to do. We got to plot a route to the Riverside gas holder. That's over here. Let's just go ahead and plot this out and see what happens. What I do need, though, are some more tokens, and I'm just noticing now this is a Wayfarer. So, I have a feeling this thing is just going to get stuck. There's no way around that. I don't think this is actually going to get where it needs to go without a big road project. So we desperately need to find a way to get this quarry open, that's for sure. Because I can't send it over this way. Because the road is out here. So it's got to go along this path. And I have a feeling it's probably just going to get stuck here. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Maybe it'll kind of squeeze its way through. But my instincts are telling me that this convoy is absolutely going to just get stuck here. Which means we're going to have a massive, massive road project on our hands here to get this going. Which, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world. Definitely not the worst thing in the world. Road projects are fun. I mean, that's the whole point of the game, right? Roadcraft, craft roads, build roads. Lots of roads. Have some fun building roads. All right, we'll send those on their way. I want to take another quick look here at what other options we have for routing, and I don't really see any better options at the moment. Because I feel like no matter where we go, because they're not going to be able to go down this road here. Like this road, even my scout was getting stuck here. So that is kind of a no-go option as well. The other option would be some kind of a bridge all the way across this crater, which might be kind of interesting, but I think I think this is a good route. I think it's going to need a little work. I think it's definitely going to need some work to actually make that. I'm going to go ahead and jump in this guy real quick. Try to get over to the construction depot without running out of fuel. Open the shop. Okay, so I can actually just buy the service tokens for 1,500 each. I definitely have the money to do so. But I also know that's going to be 6,000 just kind of going down the drain to make that work. So I don't know if there's any sellable scrap. Maybe some forklifts or something we can go grab. Let's take a look at what's over here. Oh, we do have a couple of forklifts. Oh, perfect. I think we go sell these. Let's go sell some of the scrap so we can buy those resource tokens, which is going to allow us to open up that quarry, which is going to make all of this project a lot easier. And actually, it looks like... No, they are very stuck. they are incredibly stuck right now, as I expected. So, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So, this truck is out of fuel. I could buy a fuel thing to get it going. How much is the fuel? 4,000. Okay. Let's, where's my mule at? Nope, not you. I want the mule. Let's jump in. Yep, that failed as I expected. Okay, we got a forklift there. I want to try to grab like 3 forklifts and try to take those over. We got a second one right there. Let's go see if we can find the third one. That's right over here. Perfect. This one, let's go ahead and grab this forklift. Alright, let's go ahead and grab another forklift. Should be able to fit this right on the bed. Not sure though. We'll find out. Alright, let's go ahead and deliver these. We get these delivered. This should allow me to buy the tokens I need to open up that quarry, and then, yeah, pretty much just got a big roadworks project at that point. Oh, oh, I gotta be careful about that. The forks sticking off the side. You know, I really should have actually just lined them up so they're all pointing the same direction, but you know what? That's okay. We just have a really wide mule. That's all. But since we have access to another garage, that is going to make it very easy to get our vehicles over to the quarry to actually begin construction, because we'll be able to just bring them to the garage here, take them out of the new garage, and that will just put them right in the construction area. It'll be easy peasy to go ahead and get these roads built that we need to get built. Go. Make it a forklift delivery. Alright, I can just go this way. I don't have to go to the other side. Oh, there's even a forklift right there. Okay. I'm gonna be in the There we go, we'll sell those. That's, what, 15,000? They were 5,000 a piece. Let's go ahead and grab this one as well. Might as well. It's right here. We'll go ahead and sell that. We'll buy the 4 service tokens that we need. And then I'm also going to grab the truck here. No, is that not working? Okay. Okay, it's not letting me secure the cargo here. But that's fine. Yeah, this seems like a disaster waiting to happen, if I'm being honest right now. There it goes. Okay. Well, I don't think I actually need this right now, so we're just going to go ahead and just flip it upright. And if I need it, what I can probably do is just go grab it with the pike. So, we now have the service tokens we need to begin road construction. So I call that a big win. And we actually got out of there with some extra cash too, so that certainly helps. I mean, we only needed 6,000 and we made 20,000 on forklifts, so that's an extra 14,000 in the bank that we did not have before, so definitely lucrative to go sell these forklifts, that's for sure. It's not that I didn't have enough money, but I'm like, you know what? Technically, I'm trying to get map resources, and so I feel like it's fair to use resources on the map, like forklifts, for instance, to turn that into other resources. In this case, we turned the forklifts into service tokens so that we could unlock a sand quarry. I think that's fair. I think that's a fair way to do it. So now begins the project of getting some road construction done. So go ahead and refuel the mule. We're just going to go ahead and move it out of the way for now. So what we need to do is we need to get sand and stuff done first. So let's go ahead and get the dozer or the dump truck over there. So we're just going to start with dump truck and dozer for now. Go ahead and refuel. I know I can put it in the garage and just get free fuel, but I like to actually pay for my resources. Just kind of a obtain the vehicle. Yes, okay. And we're gonna go up here to River Base. Go ahead and grab that dump truck. There we go. Alright, so here is the plan, right? We've got a couple of stretches of road to do. The first one is going to be right here. And that's going to go all the way past the sand quarry here, which we can go ahead and activate now. We also have a stretch of road right here to do. That needs to be done. And then we're going to have to do a stretch of road right here in order to fully complete this. So we got those markers down. Those are the 3 road projects we have at the moment. So I think we'll just get started on this big one. I figure we'll just start with sand here and just kind of work our way through here with the sand. And just kind of go here, grab it, fill up, keep getting closer and closer to the sand quarry each time. After we get this done, then we'll go ahead and get this one done for the road request. And then from there, our last project will be this guy right over here. So this one's going to be a bit of a doozy to get done, but it shouldn't be too terrible. It's not a super long stretch of road. We just got to get it right through here. So that one's probably not going to be too terrible to get done. But it's probably going to need to get done. So that's what we're working on right now. Let's get the main stretch of road done. That is going to connect River Base to the rest of our map. Figure we'll just start by getting sand down, and then once we get the sand down, we'll go ahead and grab the dozer. Get the dozer all taken care of. Get all this flattened. And then we'll be in business. Doesn't look too terrible through here, but the fact that we got to bring wayfarers through here is definitely troublesome, that's for sure. That's fine. We gotta put sand here anyway. Kind of got stuck on that palm frond. Might be able to get away with not paving this, but I think since I'm going to have to do all these other projects, I think we're just going to pave all this stuff. Just pave it and be done with it. I can definitely see why the Wayfarers got stuck here. This is definitely some nasty sand back here. So hopefully we can get this smoothed out a little bit, make it better. There we go. Now we rinse and repeat. Oh, well, there goes the tree. I love when that happens. You're just driving past and the trees just fall over. That's great. Alright, this is where things are going to start getting a little tricky to get turned around so we can get our sand over where it needs to go. Shouldn't be too bad, though. Actually starting to get quite a bit of distance on the sand right now. Which is pretty good. Like I mentioned when we started the project, the nice thing about it is starting from the farthest point is the trips are going to get shorter each time. Alright, let's go ahead and get this thing turned around and put our next load of sand down. And then we'll do a progress check, just see how far we've got. Alright, let's see how far we've gotten. We started here. Going here. I'd say we're about halfway. We are about halfway, so how about that? Alright, and away we go. Let's start the second half of our adventure. This is going to be interesting here. We do have a little bit of sand spillage here that we're going to have to work around. Because I got to fill in that gap back there. And then we'll be able to continue on with what we're working on here. That'll be good enough for that. That'll go right there. Okay. Look at that. That is a huge chunk of progress so far. Just kind of working on getting the sand down right now. Once the sand is done, we'll grab the dozer and get it all flattened and then juggle the paving equipment up here from there. Alright, look at that. Just from departing our quarry, we can see the end of our sand trail, so it is coming along very good. And all the trees just fell down. Sorry, trees. I didn't mean to do that. I just need to turn my truck around. All right. Kind of the tough part there. It kind of snakes between the rocks. So I think what we're going to do now is we're just going to, instead of turning around, we're just going to back the truck up to our sand and just start dropping off the next load. Once you're full. I think if we just, yeah, we just reverse up to it from here. I think that'll be a lot nicer than trying to turn around through all this nonsense with the rocks and the cliffs and all that. With that, we're getting close to our first stage of the project being done. First of 12 stages. So we got 3 sections of road I want to get built today. Alright, we just need a little bit more, and this one will be done. away we go. That was a little more violent than I was expecting, but hey, it gets the job done. Okay, so next up, I need to get the dozer. Well, we got this project to work on here. So this is our next project. I don't have a ton of sand left, but let's go ahead and grab the dozer. It was a bit of a mess here. I had to tear this road up to get the cable through here. So a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. So next up, we're going to get the dozer over here and get this section of road we just put a bunch of sand down. We're just going to get it flattened for now. I'm not going to worry about getting the paver and all that up there just yet. For now, we're just going to flatten that so I can use that to a little more easily get the dump truck filled up for our next section of road that we want to put down. So that's kind of the plan. So. Go ahead and where are you at? You're right there. Go ahead and retain. And we'll head up here to River Base. And get that lovely dozer. This is definitely going to take a couple of passes to make sure it's really good, so... That spot there might need a little touch-up of sand. It was a little thin there. We'll see what happens when I push it the other direction as well. Just kind of do a little double take on the flattening. We're going to have to go over this a few times. We'll see if that sand gets spread out a little better in that little spot. If not, it's no trouble to just go grab some more sand and bring that over. It's not very far from the quarry. Definitely tell I'm a little out of practice here. Just because I haven't been able to stream all month, just due to the issues I've been having. But I'm definitely out of practice because this sand that I've put down is very lumpy and not as smooth as I like it to be. So that's just something we're gonna have to kind of get back into the swing of things on, and you know, this is kind of the perfect opportunity to do that. Kind of get acclimated back into the construction equipment and get going from there. Because let me tell you that that heavy dump truck, it is amazing, but it is very, very finicky sometimes. Yeah, I'm gonna need a little bit of sand there. Which, you know what, that works out because I do have a little bit of sand left in the truck. So we'll just bring that little bit of sand over here and dump it in that spot. And then I'll be able to load it up so we can get started on the next road request. Okay, let's go ahead and get this spot patched up. It's right there. I guess it's not too bad. Oh no, that's the spot right there. That's the spot. Okay. This will work because I'll be able to put this little bit of sand down. We'll be able to patch up that spot. And I'll also be able to run this thing back to the garage to refuel it before we start our next road project. Where's that spot at? There it is. There we go. We're going to set it down and refuel it, and then let's get back to flattening. So what I'm going to do now is kind of go up the sides here. Try to kind of widen it a little bit. As much as I can anyway. I don't think it'll make a huge difference, but it'll at least kind of get rid of these edges. Kind of smooth those out a little bit. Can't really do much with the rock, but we'll do what we can. Alright, I think this is starting to look pretty good. Let's just hit the other side, and then we'll do a final pass to flatten it out, and I think this this road project will be good to go. Perhaps I flattened it out a bit too much on these railroad tracks, but I think that'll be okay. Alright, this is looking real good. It's nice and wide. Just give it a final once over. And then this will be pretty much ready for paving. Not a huge fan of what's going on here. There we go, that should fix that. Still looks a little strange, but I think it'll work. Alright, there we go. That is ready for paving. That is ready for paving. So, how about that? We got our first road project prep work is done. So, next up, we're going to go ahead and drive the dump truck over, get it loaded up with sand, and set it up to do the next section of road that we need to get done. Alright, everything is in place for the second road project, this one being an actual road construction request that needs to be done. Not a very long one, but an interesting one, because we're going to be going under that building there. But, before we get started on that, I'm going to take a short midstream break, and I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm going to stretch, grab some water, hydrate, do all that stuff that needs to be done, and I'll be back with you guys momentarily. So, don't go away, I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Alright, everybody, I am back. Let's get back to it. Okay, so we cannot have the tipper all the way up through this section here, but it looks like we just need one more truckload of sand to actually finish this up. So this will actually be a pretty quick section to get done here. We got the big one out of the way. These next two sections I want to get done are pretty small, so shouldn't be too much trouble to get those done. I do think I also want to just do that real quick. Just to make it a little easier to get the road over these rail tracks here. It'll be just a little touch-up spot that won't be too bad to iron out. Okay, I think we're good. I think I was able to get that done with just one extra load of sand there, so let's go ahead and jump with the dozer and get all this flattened out. Just a very interesting place to put a road. Like right underneath this building here. It's just kind of neat. Alright, we'll do one more pass for good measure. These rocks are kind of out of the way now, which is really nice. All I need to do now is touch up that spot on the rail tracks that I put down. Alright, there we go. This is ready for paving. So, we do have one more section of road, just a small section here, that I wanted to work on as well. Just because I don't know about some of this area. It might be okay, but I think we're probably better off just paving it. Maybe. Just because we do have to send wayfarers through here, so I think it's probably better if we just get that paved and settled. So let's go ahead and grab the dump truck. Load up with sand and make our way over to our next work area. So this is the section here. And this stuff might be okay. You know, this part's gonna be okay, I think. Definitely gonna need to flatten this sand out, but I think that's kind of the trouble spot right there. But I also kind of want to just get it all done, just to make sure it's, you know, done, like super good. I just like knowing that we got to send those wayfarers through here. I don't want to take any chances. I don't want to be like, yeah, it's fine, but then it's like not fine. So I'd rather just spend the time and actually get the road done proper for the route, so that there just isn't any issues. It makes it a bigger scope of project, but at the end of the day, when it's done, I'm gonna know, hey, it's done, it's ready to go. You know what I mean? So I was hoping that would get all the way there, but not quite. But I'm going to need to actually flatten this so we can actually get out of here. So let's go ahead and grab the dozer again. Let's get that section flattened so we can get through there. We'll just go grab one more load of sand. And then we just need to get paver and roller and get all this stuff paved and rolled, so... then I'll be able to get that route done, and then the road request will be done, and then it'll be time to go fetch that, that generator part. And we'll be in business, so. Okay, let's go get that last load of sand. And then we're going to be done with sand for a bit. So it'll be time for just paving and rolling and all that fun stuff. So. Alright, one last delivery of sand. Didn't quite go how I wanted it to go, but you know what? That's fine. It is perfectly fine. So let's go and get the dozer. Let's get this all. Let's finish flattening. And I'm not going to be too worried about like widening this road up here. I just want like a nice, just kind of a narrow band that's just nice and flat here. That we'll be able to pave. So this is looking pretty good. It's looking like exactly what I need here. Alright, we'll go one more pass just for good measure, and then we'll be able to park the dozer over by the dump truck. And then we need to start juggling paving equipment over here. I actually think this time we're not going to need the actual equipment hauler, because we're going to be kind of just paving out and paving back. Because we're going to be basically just paving this whole stretch of road between our 3 road projects. So what we'll probably do is just, we'll pave this first, and then we'll pave one direction the long stretch of road, and then when that's done, we'll just kind of get the rest of it paved as we go, like back, and just kind of widen it out, and then we'll just do the same thing with the rollers. So it's kind of the plan here. So let's go ahead and get the equipment over here and get to work. Alright, so we need the roller, which I can't actually retain it because it's on the trailer. Well, let me grab the paver from the trailer. It will. Okay, I can grab the paver. That's good. Okay, so with those retained, you don't really need the go ahead and deploy. And deploy. Because since we're like so close to the base and we're just kind of going in one direction, I don't really think we need the hauler for this. I think we can do this with just the paving equipment itself. So, let's get started, shall we? This one's just going to be a quick and dirty one-lane road here. Nothing too fancy going on here. Oh, there we go. I just needed to drive forward enough to get those shrubs to explode, but not that they've exploded very good, so. So this one's done. Just need to roll that. Alright, so let's go ahead and get that road rolled. Alright, there we go. The very first road project is fully done. So now we're going to tackle the big one. And then we got the one on the other side. So kind of what we're going to look at doing here is we're going to just take the equipment over to the other side first. So we're just going to kind of pave one direction of it first. And then kind of go from there. So delete that marker. This marker I accidentally deleted, but that's fine. I think most of this will get done in 2 passes. I think there's a couple of spots that might need another look. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll pave out this way first, and then we'll go do that road that's over there, the proper road that needs to be done, the objective road. And then when that's done, we'll just pave the rest of this on the way back, and then This will be a road that's done, and we'll be able to send the trucks on their way. And we'll be able to go from there. Alright, so with that done, we're going to go ahead and pave the proper road. Kind of narrow through here, but it is fitting. So now all I gotta do is pave the way back, and then we're good. This section that I was kind of concerned with is still a little on the lumpy side. If I can take it downhill better. There we go. It's lumpy, but it'll work. See what happens when I flatten it down with the roller. I don't know why this section got all lumpy like that, but that's all good. Look at that. This project is nearing completion. It would not be a paving job if I didn't get stuck on a rack at the end, though. So how about that? Alright, so this we can just park over here. We are done with the paver. Everything left is up to the roller. The roller might need a few passes to get everything done. I think it is a little narrower than the paver itself, so the plan remains. We'll just go up and down a couple of times with it. The roller is a little faster than the paver, so it should take no time at all to go ahead and zip through this and get this done. Alright, now we just need to do our stretch of road for the road request, then circle back and finish our big road. And this huge road project will be done. Alright, all we gotta do now is iron out the big road. Give it a little roll, give it a little flatten, and we'll be back in business. So okay, that little square is not wanting to get rolled, but that's fine. Okay, those are not wanting to get flattened. That's okay. Just a couple of random squares of not able to be rolled. Was this road kind of overkill? Probably. But I'm sure I'll probably get a lot of use out of this thing. If anything, I know the trucks will. So look at that, we got the road done. So now we can touch up this route. Make sure all the points are actually where road is. You're gonna have to kind of snake through these rocks a little bit. Kind of just adjusting the points a little bit. that's looking good. So we'll bring down here onto our road. And there we go. They're all set. So, we can go ahead and remove my map marker here. We don't need that anymore. What we do need to do is deliver an object. So, I have... That's the cable machine. I do have the big crane right here. So, I should be able to just grab that and carry it with the crane up the railroad tracks to where it's got to go. So that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and track that. Let's head over to the object. Let's get that hoisted out of the crater. And let's get that delivered. And we can officially push forward with map progress now. We had to get a lot of infrastructure done there with those couple of big roads for the route. The route should be on its way. Should not be any difficulties with that. I made sure of that by paving the whole damn thing. So we're good. So...
Gosh, doesn't this place look menacingly beautiful? Of course it's dangerous and bad for the environment, but still, it has this certain magnetic quality, like a slow-motion train crash.
This thing out of here. So I'm just gonna go snow runner mode with this. We got the thing strapped down to the vehicle here, and we're just gonna deliver it like a hat and call it a day. Oh, there we go. That is done. The Riverside gas holder is up and running. And now we have another side quest. Find an extremely valuable container and return it to the river base. Find object. Well, I'm sure this is going to be a bucket of fun. I don't know what the container is, but my guess is this purple thing here. Like, that's my guess. That's probably what that is. Is there a way down in there? I don't like going down into these craters. Like, one bit. I really don't like going down into those. That purple one has got to be the valuable cargo, though. Oh, excuse me. Like, that's the only one down there that looks like it might be interesting. Looks like there is kind of a way down. I'm gonna get this delivered first. I'm like tempted to go down there and take a look at this thing. Like, I am so tempted. I want to go down there and take a look at it. A project for another day, though. Let's get this thing delivered first. These things are a nightmare to get delivered because they're just too bulky to fit on a truck. And if you do fit them on a truck, they're too damn top heavy to go anywhere. The only truck you can really haul these things on are the flatbeds that I use for hauling my vehicles around, but you can also, I'm just going to carry it on the crane. That's what I'm going to do. And Kelly cannot tell me I can't, because I am. You know, I may be damaging some power lines coming through here with the crane extended like this, but you know what? It's probably fine. Imagine if the power lines actually had collisions, though. That would be awful.
And everyone should rightfully rejoice. Our river base can't join the party, though, since there's no convenient route to get any of those beams in. Can you guess who has the honor of planning the route? Ding, ding, ding! It's you. And while you're at it, you can produce some more steel beams. Now you have a few ways of getting steel beams, which is a good thing in my books.
Well, how about that? This is, gonna be super easy. You just go right through here. We use this nice road that we built. It's weird because I had like a really difficult route to get through here first, and now I'm just like, oh, okay, this is easy. But like, also like, I don't know. It's like I just got the side objective now after doing all this that gave me the tokens I needed to unlock the quarry. So it's kind of like, why'd you give that to me now? Like, now I probably don't have a use for those tokens. What if I could sell those back? Be like, no, I don't need them. Alright, that is on its way. We do need to collect steel beams, though. Is there any scrap here that I can just use? There is quite a bit of scrap here already. A lot of barrels and things. Nothing like super lucrative. But I could probably bring the mule over here and get a bunch of that stuff scrapped. There's also a bunch of scrap down here that might be useful, but again, getting down into these areas is a horrible, horrible experience, and I don't want to do that. So there's a lot of materials down there, though. Eesh. I wonder what the right way to get down here is. It almost looks like right here I can drive down here. And I bet you that's my crate. I bet you that's the crate. I bet you. I'm gonna go take a look at this. We're gonna go take a look at this side objective. See if we can find this crate. This mystery valuable crate. Let's see, do I go... Yes, I go down. Actually, I'm just gonna follow my road. Like, I think that makes way more sense to just follow the road I built to get over there, instead of trying to go through the sand dunes with the scout. Also, bringing it by the garage is going to give me a chance to just top off the fuel as well. So, well, that route finished easy peasy because we got this big paved road done already. So, this was indeed a valuable investment in my time, getting this big road done. So we're gonna head back to the garage. We're gonna go ahead and refuel the scout, and then I want to see if there is a path down into this crater, and see if that that purple crate is the valuable container that we're looking for. I have a feeling it is. It's the only one that, like, kind of stands out on the map. If it's not that, I don't know what I'm going to be looking for. And then we're on an adventure. So hopefully we can actually find a decent path to get down there to actually figure out what we need. And hopefully it's a path I can also get out of at the same time. If we can find out what we need, we can find a way to get it out. But the hard part is just figuring out what exactly I need to fetch out of this crater. So let's see, there was a spot I was looking at. It's not there. It's this right here. That's what I'm looking for. That kind of looks like a way down. If you guys have watched me play this map before, you know these craters are kind of my Achilles heel of this map. I have had numerous disasters in dealing with these craters, and I am sure this is just going to be another one of those. But we're going to do it anyway, because it's an objective, and it's a thing to do, so we're going to do it. Because it's a thing that needs to be done, so... Okay, this is definitely a path down. Alright. Definitely a path down. And it also looks like a path back up as well. Sort of. It doesn't go very far. here we go. It is the purple crate. Okay, it is the purple crate. How we get the purple crate out of here, though, is another dilemma. Okay, I've managed to pull it closer. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, I thought I had wedged myself completely stuck there. We almost did. So I'm definitely not going to be able to pull this out with the Scout. I mean, there's no way I could pull this all the way out with the Scout. I don't think that's even a feasible, like, option. But we did move it. We moved it closer. We did move it closer, and we know exactly what we're looking for here. So, I just need to get out of here. Wondering if we take a chance and try to get the mule down here, or if I can get it with the big crane, but I'm worried about the big crane getting back up. Because, I mean, this is kind of a struggle for the Scout right now. Just trying to get out of here. Unless... I don't think that's going to be in range. It might. I might actually be able to reach that from here. This upper ledge. I am going to give that a try. Let's head over there. Let's give that a try. See if we can get it from this upper ledge. Because if I can, in fact, reach that from up here, that is just going to completely simplify the process of getting this thing out of here. So we're going to back up to it to try to give ourselves maximum boom range. I think there's a very small chance we can reach that. I don't think it's a very big chance. I just want to make sure those anchors are fully secured. Nope, it's just out of range. No, that is as far as I can go with it. It's just not quite close enough yet. But I have an idea. We were able to kind of move it before. So we're going to head back down there. I see there's like a metal bar that's kind of in front of the crate. And I'm wondering if I anchor my scout against that bar, if that will give me the leverage I need to pull this crate within range of the crane. There's a lot of moving parts here to try to get this positioned right, but I think it's our best option right now. Oh, that's not good. Okay. I can get it kind of close to where I'm at right now. Okay, good. I am currently wedged against this. Not quite. It's almost there, though. If we can get this crate to where the scout is. We just need another leverage point that we can use to pull this thing up a little bit more. It's so close to being able to be pulled up here, though. Maybe I can use this box here? Like a target, we got it! Alright, we got it! We actually got this thing. Perfect. I'm going to drop that there, and then we're going to go ahead and just fish the scout out of here. That worked out quite well, actually. Alright, we got the box. We have the box. Where does the box gotta go? We gotta go around to the left here and take that back to the river base. Perfect. Alright, problem solved. We got the box. Got that all the way out of the crater. There we go.
Well, this task was a bit strange, don't you think? First, the
Yeah.
order just landed in my inbox like nobody's business. Had all the proper authorizations, but no return address. At least the payment cleared. And fast, too. And more than the usual rate. So, if that's the extent of it, then I guess I'm happy.
Alright. Well, we got the bonus objective done. All we gotta do now is... we need 5 steel beams. So... some steel beams, which actually I kind of don't need to worry about that because I do have the route going. I do have some more cables to run as well. I'm not sure when we're going to get to those, but there are some cables to run as well for all this stuff. I'm sure we'll get mission objectives and things like that to actually run that stuff, but for now, we're in a great spot here. It's kind of like an island here. I don't know what's going on over there. Another little island down here. A lot of stuff going on here. So yeah, making some huge progress. But yeah, we do have some cabling to run at some point. We'll have to run this cable. I don't know exactly how we're supposed to run this cable with all these railroad tracks and things like that. That's going to be kind of interesting. I'm wondering if that's why there's like these sections of the rails that have sand. And maybe I can just run the rails through the sand. Maybe there's no actual track there. And I can run the cable to like this, and then once I get it to that, it's just a matter of running it over to that, and then down over to this one. This one, I have a feeling, in order to get this one done, I'm going to need to destroy my road. I think that's probably what's going to happen in order to get that electricity request, but I'm not going to worry about that until there's nothing left to do. So for now, we just need to collect steel beams. We need 4 more, but we also have a route operational right now that is going to give me all 4 of those. So do we wait, or do we scrap? Do we salvage? What do we do? Tell you what I am going to do, though. I am going to take a short break. So I will be back in just a moment, and when I get back, we'll probably go scrap some metal and get this objective done. So don't go away. I'll be back very soon. Alrighty, everyone. Alright, everyone. I am back. And what we're going to do is we're going to jump the mule. And we are going to head on over to the steel beams factory and go ahead and just scrap some steel beams and get those delivered to storage. So let's go ahead and make our way over to the steel beams facility. And let's get some steel beams going. So yeah, we're just going to head over here and we're just going to do some scrapping. There's some nice chunks of metal over here that we can load up and salvage and get some extra beams so we can finish this mission up a little quicker. Let's see how many beams we get out of this load. Oh, perfect. 4. That's exactly what we need. That works out perfectly. So let's get these loaded up and get these back to storage. Finish this objective up and see what's next. Well, the route must have finished because now we only need 3, but still going to get all 4 of these loaded out. They're probably not going to go to waste. I'm sure we'll need it again at some point. Another beam somewhere. go ahead and get these delivered. It's a very difficult place to navigate out of, but hey, we're getting there. Alright, let's get these into storage. There we go. That is going to finish that up, and that finishes up full steam ahead.
This is what all this has been building up to. Finally restarting the local oil industry again. At least that's what I'd like to believe, because for me, it's just a big old paperwork-induced headache. While I sort this paperwork out, you get to do the things that matter. And a whole lot of them. So, I won't go into detail. Just get all the resources we gathered where they need to go, and reconnect everything to the grid. And we'll be good to go. Here's hoping.
Okay. We got a lot to do. Okay, this is all those power requests I was looking at earlier. So we're going to have to run some power lines. A lot of power lines. We got a route and a vehicle to deliver. That is a wayfarer. That just has to go over there. Harbor base. Harbor gas holders. Okay, that's not that bad. Yeah, this isn't that bad at all. Let's go ahead and jump in that truck. Let's get that truck dropped off. This is like a nothing task. So that just has to go through here. We've already got all this fully opened up, so this will be super easy. The cabling, I don't think that's going to be quite as easy. I'm being honest, I don't think the cabling is going to go quite as smoothly as this one right here, so.
Doesn't this place look different from when you started? Seeing positive changes never gets old, even if I just sit here at my desk while you get all the fun parts.
Not here. I gotta go through the gate. Okay, that part's done. And then the route. Already got a lot of routes that we've sent through here, so this shouldn't be very difficult at all. Is this gonna go? Oh, just straight down to the end here? Get this guy out of the way. Okay, and now we have cabling to do. I think I'm gonna have to destroy my road to get up to this Oasis gas holder. I don't really see a better way to get over there. Unless if I can get a cable down across here to the pumping station. From the pumping station, I can wire up all the gas holders from there, because I can go up through here instead of having to tear up this whole road. Because this is kind of a nightmare to do. Actually, I have an idea. What if I turned on all three of these plants at the exact same time by pre-wiring them and then plugging them in? How does that sound? I think that sounds kind of cool. I think I can pull that off. It'll just boom, 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 all the electricity on at once. That might be kind of cool.
Doesn't it strike you as a bit weird that they built a gas holder near an oasis? Couldn't they put that thing somewhere further away, where it wouldn't ruin the view? I guess there aren't too many aspiring artists among oil moguls. Ah well, just connect this thing to the grid and you can get out of there.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wire the Oasis gas holder. We're going to bring this all the way up through here, kind of around this. And we're going to wire this up to the pumping station. Then I'm going to take the wire from the pumping station and take that over to the Riverside gas holder. And everything should line up. And then we just got to run the line over to the rest of the power from there. And look at that. The gas holders at the port are all up and running. This way, I should be able to get everything wired without having to tear up a road. It's kind of the general idea behind this. Plus, I think it'd be really cool if I connect the power and they all turn on at the same time. I think that would be kind of cool. we go. I love this cable machine. This thing is so fun to use. Alright, there we go. These are wired up. Kinda interesting looking, but it works. Alright, now I just need to wire up the third one, and then from there we just need to bring them to the power station, bring them online. Whoa, hey, what's up? Don't tell me I can't lay cable here. I know I can lay cable here. Come on. I have to be able to lay cable here. Come on, come on. What's going on here? Is this concrete here? Is that what's going on? Okay. Well, we have a dozer here, so... My beautiful road. That's okay. I should be able to get the cable machine through here now. What? Come on. Why are you doing this to me? I need to be able to get this cable through here. Is it because there's still like a piece of road there, maybe? Is that what's doing it? Oh well, we got it now. Alright, we got through here. We're good. Not the best cable job. I've run into some weird stops trying to get this cable going, but I think everything will come together pretty quickly and easily, and it's going to look really cool. Alright, so now I have a solid, solid cable all the way through to here. So all we need to do now is run the line. Hopefully we can just get right through here and then up the railroad tracks and over to the main power substation, and everything should get turned on at the same time. If everything goes according to plan, that's exactly what's going to happen. But we shall see. I'm sure this is one of these cable lines got messed up because there was a lot of like stop and go and reposition the machine while I've been doing this. Just because it kept hitting rocks and being like, you can't dig there. And I'm like, sir, I'm not trying to dig through the rocks. I'm trying to dig around the rocks, but it's just close enough to the rocks that it was causing problems. So we shall see. Have I beat the game yet? No, not yet. Working on Sojourn right now. But welcome in, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. I have been very delayed in my abilities to be able to play this game on stream this month, so it's actually kind of nice to be back streaming again. And hopefully it won't take us too much longer, and we will have the game beat. Oh, there you go. Incommunicado is such a fun map. Yeah, this is Sojourn right now. This is my hard mode playthrough. I've completed a number of the maps on regular mode, but then like I stopped when they released hard mode and was like, I'm just gonna play that and I'm gonna play it on stream, and that's what I've been doing. So I've made this is my furthest map along. I'm actually wondering if this is actually going to be finished by the end of stream today, and then this map will be done. But I've got about half a deluge and half a sand swept done, and yeah, we're just making steady progress on it. I try to do these streams every Monday. Every Monday we sit down and play Roadcraft, but I've been having ISP issues all month, and I've had to shut it all down, like everything I've been working on, and everything's working again now, so we're back streaming and hopefully start making some regular progress on Roadcraft here again. So very excited about that. So but yeah, hope you're enjoying the game. Incommunicado is a fantastic map. Hold on, hold on. Are you telling me? Oh. I mean, I hate this right now. Don't tell me I just lost all my upload speed again, because I have been fighting this for months. Alright, well, I appreciate you stopping by. I really do. Oh, looks like we're back going again. Just a little hiccup in the stream. That's fine. Okay. I saw the frames dropping on the stream and was starting to panic. Because I've been dealing with that all month where I have not been able to stream because I lose all my upload packet loss, so... it looks like everything's coming in good now. It's just a little bit of a hiccup, so... looks like we're good, so... But yeah, I appreciate you stopping by. I hope you have a good dinner. We're gonna go turn this power back on and see what comes up. I'm hoping this looks really cool. Yeah, I'm hoping this looks really, really cool. Turn this on and all of them are going to get activated at the same time. Look at that. Oasis gas holder is online. Gas holders are online. Riverside gas holder. Look, all of that rolling in at the same time. Gold complete reboot. Oh, hey, there's my achievement. Well-oiled. Rehabilitate the region gas industry and logistics. Oh, there we go. Gas holders. Yeah, it's going to show us a lot of cinematics because I went and just said, you know what? What if we turn all of them on at the same time? I wanted to see what would happen. I ran the cables and then brought them online. We get a nice overhead shot of all the gas holders.
With this, the local industry is officially up and running again. It
All
may
right.
not be the cleanest oil operation in the world, or the most important, but it does keep the entire region alive. And you got it running again. Having that as a line on your resume looks impressive, don't you think? Of course, I'm not saying you did it all alone, but you sure were instrumental, and that's what counts.
Thank you, Kelly. Look at that. All goals complete. Revived by our efforts, the local oil industry bounced back big time, and by repairing the river lock, we've reopened the arteries of commerce, allowing life to flow through this region once again. Let's go ahead and return to hub and see where we're at. And look at that. Sojourn is done. That is Sojourn completed. We got 36 on Deluge, 46 on Sandswept left to go. And then we have Kernel. And then once that's done, we have the Rebuild expansion, Contamination, and Washout. We're going to be touching those once we get the base game maps done for my hard mode playthrough. But you know what? With having to put this on hold, it was actually incredibly satisfying. I did not think I was actually going to finish this map today. Like, no joke. I thought that it was going to take like at least one more session to finish this map up, but we just zoomed through it. We got those roads done, and everything just turned out okay. So on that note, that is going to be the end of stream. Looks like we do have a little bit of network hiccups going on right now. It's not like as bad as it was when I had to stop streaming, but we've been going just shy of 3.5 hours here. Finally, good to be back streaming back to Roadcraft. So I hope you guys all had a good time hanging out, watching the stream. I appreciate every single one of you. I'm going to have a community post up a little bit later today, and or maybe it'll be out tomorrow, I'm not sure. But I'm going to have a couple of videos coming out this weekend, and then moving into next week, we're going to be back on the regular schedule. So I will have some updates out for you guys very soon. But I hope you guys enjoy your evening. Thank you for tuning in, and until next time, see you on the job site.